Welcome, everybody. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We have here Orson and Phil.
What's
Yeah,
up?
And
hello.
one of the big activities that often happens when people get together is there's a lot of food being cooked. And so today
Yeah.
we're going to talk
Oh
about
yeah.
what's good, what's bad, and what's easy and what's hard to make. So we're going to start off with going back into the past or recent or long ago. What was your most favorite home cooked meal that you've ever had? Like, what's the one meal that you had? You're like, oh man, if I could go back to that day in time, what was that meal? Me.
So my mom, back in the day, used to make these enchiladas, and they were called sour cream and chicken enchiladas. And oh my word, they were so good. I love them so much. I think I would eat like 6 or 7 of them, and they were like big, big tortillas, fat, and I ate as many of them as I could. So good. I love, yeah. Mm.
The best home cooked meal. We, as a teenager growing up, we would always have a Sunday roast. We would put it in before we go to church. We'd get home from church, and the entire house would smell like roast beef, and or sometimes pork roasts. And they weren't anything fancy, but it would make the whole house smell so good. And I think that's probably like one of the more uh, pleasured memories of food, but we eat a lot of
Mhm.
good food, so it was hard to tell. That's what I'm going with.
So I had a similar one. So it was on Sundays, and we were waiting all day to eat, and someone had a bread maker back in the day. You ever heard of
Oh,
those?
yeah, I have
Yes,
one.
exactly. So so I remember like, "Oh, let's mix this thing," and it, like, takes hours or, like, a huge amount of time, and the whole time you can just smell this bread machine or whatever making homemade bread, and you crack that thing open and split it apart. Oh, man, it's super good. That's the one thing I
Yeah,
remember,
we would
so
do French bread because all of the other bread recipes would take like powdered whole milk,
yeah.
um, and French bread doesn't. So we were too lazy to go buy uh, milk powder, so we do French bread. But yeah, bread's good.
So if we're gonna start off this show, we're gonna go into what everybody likes to make. What's their go-to? Is their home cook favorites
Yummy,
or
yummy, yummy.
things they like to eat that you can't just buy from the store or yeah. So Phil, you can go ahead and hit the slideshow.
Alrighty, we got a bowl of meat.
Yeah. So we'll start with me. I'll go through what I like to eat. Um, Kind of cook by myself, and my wife helps me.
Does
So
she
for
do
these,
most of it for you?
it depends on what we do. I do a lot and she cooks a lot. She shows me what she likes and we sort of evolve what we cook, right? But
All
not
right.
all of these are meals that are just like a dinner. They're sort of things that like say if you get from the garden or you find in the wild or some things that you catch. So the first thing is beef stew. As you can see here, this is a um
Mm.
an Instapot special. So it's
You know,
got
Instant Pots are amazing.
oh yeah, they're really good.
They're
So
overrated.
I like crock pots too, the ones that you let it, like you were saying, Phil, you let the food cook all day and you smell it, and
Yes.
I think it has a different taste, honestly, but or like a different texture
Oh,
at
so
least because
slow
it
cooking it, you feel like alters
yeah,
the taste somehow.
yeah, I think so. But this is a good alternative if you want something like after work, you can just stick in for like less than an hour and get something really good. So this is one of my favorites, especially in the wintertime. Go to the next one. This one, I have a wok and I make steak strips with like teriyaki sauce and stir fry sauce, and then I stir fry some. various onions and broccoli and different vegetables, and then some rice. And for the rice, I like to make the rice very fluffy. That's just with the rice maker, right? So the next one, oh, this one, we made a sort of a
Got
Cajun.
yourself some Jerry toes?
Red beans and rice
Yes,
and Doritos.
It's
yes,
Jerry toes.
Doritos.
Doritos.
It's Doritos, not Jerryos.
Dude, what are
Jerry
Jerry toes
toes.
doing in anything?
Um,
Jerry,
Anyway, this
keep
is
your toes out.
Sorry, keep going, Drew. I
keep my
apologize.
toes out of the photo, huh?
If you
So
know,
this is like
you
a
know.
this is like a slaw. It's
Oh.
spicy. It's really good. It has like cabbage and peppers, and then this is what do they call it? Rice and peas, which is basically rice and beans. And then the jerk chicken, which is like just barbecue chicken, and it's like a Walmart mix of jerk Jamaican
So
So-
seasoning.
spice.
Cajun? Okay, what kind of Cajun are we talking about? Like
Jerk
Jamaican?
chicken. So like
Yeah.
Jamaican, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
jerk chicken.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
this one, I made these on my barbecue actually. I was making naan. So I would eat this with all kind of like
Nothing?
spaghetti or Indian food or different things. So these are really good. I would make a whole bunch of these and then I would freeze them so you could pull them out.
Ooh.
Wait, is
Um,
naan
how
bread
do you-
like pita bread?
Yeah, basically like a pita bread. Exactly.
Sort of. It's a little thinner.
It's like thicker. Thicker?
Well, it's the bread itself is thicker, but it puffs up, and the puffy part is thinner, but it's more poofy, so it's thicker. I don't know
Yeah.
if that
It's
makes
not
sense.
like bread. It's like a flat bread, but not
Yeah.
as flat as a tortilla. I
Think
would
of
say.
like think of it like a tortilla that's like puffed up.
Exactly, yeah. And so
Oh,
these are
okay,
really
okay.
good. Another one I really like to make is shish kebab. And I think I've got beef and chicken and pineapple and peppers and onions and different things. And so I really like to make shish kebab.
I've never really enjoyed shish kebabs, and maybe it's because I don't have good shish kebabs, but
Uh-huh.
it's just too much work, and I feel like I'm going to stab the back of my throat anytime I try to eat it. So let me ask you this: do you eat like a corn cob, or do you and then pull it off the end?
So
You just slide it all off, and then
so
you
this
put it on your
one,
plate.
yeah, exactly. So this one has
So I'm doing it wrong.
well, yes and no. Yes and no. So you can make them with like wooden sticks. And I think different countries, maybe the Philippines, they have like meat on a stick where they
Mm-hmm.
kind of put meat on a stick and you can bite off the stick.
Yeah.
So-
You bite on one end, you just slide it, and then eat the whole thing.
Yeah. So I like to eat it that way, but in this case, I was using these metal rods. And so if you tried to do that, you would sear your mouth. You
Oh,
can slide it
yeah.
off. But sliding it off takes the fun away, I think, of eating it. So but yeah, that's one thing I like to make. This one.
Oh,
I
is that
really
pizza?
like to make pizza.
Oh,
So I have a
that's
little
really good.
Amazon brick oven or little oven in the backyard where I cook pizza, and it's super, super good.
That
As you can see.
looks amazing.
How
Yeah.
do you do store-bought crust, or do you make your own crust?
I make my own crust. Actually, I found that if you like, we have a Trader Joe's here, and they cost like $1.25 per crust, and you can make like 3 pizzas with them. I find
wait.
it's
It's $1 or something for 3 pizzas worth of crust.
yeah, because it's just dough, just raw dough. Yeah. So, I've tried
That's
different
too bad.
things. I've tried to what's it called? Make my crust in advance. I've tried to cook it, when it's raw. Launching the pizza is kind of hard to do. So this is like an evolving
Talent.
thing.
That looks so
It's
good.
very hard to get it right, and when you get it right, it's really, really good. And then
So when are
you
we
try it
having a
again.
pizza
And
party?
I'm down for a pizza party. That
Drew's
sounds
Yeah.
cooking,
good.
right?
I can try. Okay. Okay. Now this one is sort of
Oh.
like a strawberry shortcake. I think it's got a scoop of ice cream, a scoop
Yeah, me at
of
the ice cream.
Cool Whip, and then strawberries, and we make like a scone. And where we got this idea is they have a pizza place called California Kitchen Pizza, and we got this strawberry dessert or whatever one time, and it was the best thing we ever had. So now we try to replicate it, and this is what we came up with. It's really good. So
Wow.
it's like a scone. It's like a biscuit, and then the outer shell of the scone is like a kind of a crispy, sugary crunch, and then it's got these berries and stuff. So yeah, really, really good.
That looks so good.
Okay,
Making
now
me
we're going
hungry.
to my favorite on the list, or my last three favorites, I would say. And these ones are the what you find in the wild. So my favorite is crabbing. So every once in a while, we go to the Oregon coast as the family. We go crabbing, and I think the limit's like 7 crabs a person or whatever. And we take 4 people, and we catch as many crabs as we can catch. And these are Dungeness crab. Super good. I
Yeah,
Are
could
those
eat
ones
these
that are really big?
until I get sick. They're so good.
Yeah, I don't like
Oh,
crab.
It's you like break it open and it's all guts and hard
You
to
know, I think
meat.
there's two different kind of people in this world: those who like crab and those
I
who don't.
love crab.
It says a
I
lot.
just, I mean, I don't dislike the taste. I just think it's way too much work.
Oh,
What
you
about
just don't like the work. Yeah, that's fair.
okay, but what about like crawfish?
That's even
That
worse.
feels
They're
like I'm eating a cockroach.
yeah,
It's a small lobster.
Yeah,
Called a
I mean,
crawfish. It's
I
not a
would eat
lobster,
them,
but it's
but
like a
the
small
the
lobster.
thing I like about what's it called? Crab in the ocean is it's salty, and one of the tricks I would do is cook them in salt water.
Mm.
So really good. Okay, and then the next one we have here is wild berries. When I lived in Seattle, um,
Or
everywhere
with
you
blackberry
go
bushes.
on all the street, Portland is probably the same way. You
Yeah,
just walk
it was.
outside and you walk down the street, and there are just mountains of berries in all directions. So people give me funny looks like, "Oh, you're supposed to buy them from the store. These are nasty wild ones," and I'd just be my face would be all black, and I'd be eating these things. So
You didn't
never
get
take
attacked by
me
the
berry
bears?
picking with you because I won't save any. I'll just eat them all.
Didn't you do that when we went huckleberry picking?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I seem to remember you coming one year and you ate twice as many as you actually picked
Yeah,
or
I don't do
saved.
good. Yeah, I'll just eat them, and I don't get full.
You gotta
Okay, and
you
then
gotta make them pick like the really sour ones like gooseberries.
oh yeah.
Mm.
Then
Okay,
he won't be eating them.
so the last one for me is cherries. So this is from my
Cherries.
folks. My folks used to have a cherry tree orchard in their back field,
Those
I
are
guess,
Rainier
and
cherries.
they would pick everything but the Rainier cherries, and they'd pick these later, and I would go out and just eat these and
You
like every
had
day.
a tree with
No, he had
We
is
had
it
like
an
a
orchard.
bush
we had like we had like 300 trees.
Yeah,
with cherries?
yeah.
Yes, with cherries.
Why are they
That look-
so expensive?
I took this picture right here. These are from the orchard. So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. That looks like heaven.
yeah,
Yeah.
super super good.
We cut all of our cherry trees down because it was too much work. No, nobody liked all
All right.
the work.
Orson,
Or
All
tell us
right.
what you got.
and
We're
let's
gonna talk
see.
about mine. So
This is a cobbler.
this
This
is
This is a competition, by the way.
it's called
You get it. You get to vote in the comments.
Yeah. Who has the most yummy food?
So this
Yes.
is it's my grandma's recipe that I've modified over the years because my grandma liked sugar and a lot of it.
Just your grandma?
Well, I guess most Americans like sugar. But when I was over in England, I wanted to make some cheesecake because all the cheesecake they
Ooh.
serve in England, and this is gonna be a hot take, is garbage. It's terrible. It's always
Oh, really?
it's from the
Oh, really?
frozen
Oh, no.
section of like Sainsbury's. And they're like, eat it up. And I'm like, this is awful.
Yes.
I'm gonna make some real
This is
cheesecake.
yogurt.
So There was a there was a an older man who he didn't like me at all, and he was in my church. He didn't like me at all, but I figured I'd make him some cheesecake. So I made him a rendition. So in the States, it's easy to get like the toppings. Over in England, it was a little harder for me because I didn't know what I was exactly buying. So I made a peach cheesecake, and
Well, bold.
oh, it was very bold, and I gave I gave it to this elderly man, and he's like, "Well, Orson, there's some things in life I like and some things I don't. One, I don't like you, but I love your cheesecake." And I was like, "Thank you, thank you." He's like,
That's like the better compliment, actually. That's pretty
It
good.
was
Yeah.
so backhanded, but it's a very English thing. So I love making cheesecakes, and that's one I made for my birthday right there. And then we come to I got my kids interested in Dutch babies or German pancakes. So
German
I
hotcakes.
The size of a
pod
cast iron
cakes.
pan.
German hotcakes is what we call them.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah. So I called my dad and I was like, "Hey dad, you know how to make these?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, of course I know how to make those." So
How did you make them? I'm curious.
do you want me to pull the recipe out right now?
No, because it's 1 cup of flour, and it's however many eggs you want, depending on how many people you're serving. But it's 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, a dash of salt, and then like usually around 8 to 12 eggs. Sorry, go ahead.
Not 8 to 12 eggs. I
We
think
would
that's
do
like
that much, but
I think that's like 3 right there.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Okay,
But
it's hard to tell
it's
from the little tiny
it,
image.
it's not
But
a super big pan.
yeah,
Um,
Sorry.
and then
go ahead.
you get the butter and you put the butter on the bottom of the pan, heat it up in the oven, then you pour all the oh, it's so good.
How much
Cook
butter
for
did
about
you
8
use?
minutes. How much butter? A
Yeah.
lot.
Okay, good.
Ooh, look at this.
Okay, so these are the my famous ribs. So there's a story behind them. I'll try to make it brief. But during COVID, I had bought this rack of ribs for a really good deal, and they sat in my freezer for a very long time. And I was like, I don't know what to do with these, but I had bought them, and I was like, I got to figure out how to make these. So I went on the internet and I found a bunch of videos and sources saying, well, you need a smoker, you need a barbecue, and all this. And I was like, well, I don't have any of that. I'm in an apartment. I
And
have
you
an
call
oven.
yourself a Texan?
I was in an apartment. You can't have
Oh,
it.
yeah, okay.
So
You're forgiven.
thank you. Um, and I was like, okay, so I got to figure this out. So I kind of concocted this idea of, well, I don't have a smoker, but what if I just treat my oven like a smoker? And so I got my oven down to about, on average, is about 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I would prepare the ribs. So you pull the silver skin off, and then you create a rub. I use a brown sugar rub with various spices um, to taste really what I'm feeling for that day. One of the secret ingredients I use, internet, is cinnamon and a little bit of nutmeg. And it sounds
Mm.
totally bizarre,
Hmm.
but when you mix that with like onion powder and then some pepper and some salt, it's so good. Um, and then so the process is you do that, and then you put them on a baking sheet, and you put them in the oven, and then you wait for a period of about 3.5 hours. And so they're cooking at like 300, not sorry, not 300, that's later, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and they're just sitting there. So the next step is you once they're done cooking for that period of time, you pull them out again, but then you get some tinfoil and you create these like little tinfoil coveys. You could have seen it in one of the pictures past, but in that you put them back in, you seal them all up, pour all the juices that had come off from the first step, put the juices in there and like lets them cook. And you cook those for about 4 hours. And then after you seal it up, you put them in same temperature, nothing changes. And then you pull them out and you get ready for the last part,
I
which
think I
is
would have gone to like Famous Dave's barbecue by then.
The last part?
it was
Is
COVID.
this the last part where you put all the stuff on it?
Yeah, so then you turn the oven up to about 350 and you cook them for another 20-ish minutes and
What
put
is
some
this
barbecue sauce.
orange looking rub sauce you have
That
here?
is a Texas barbecue sauce. It's a mustard based barbecue sauce.
Oh, mustard.
Um,
Sounds good.
I believe it's the hickory barbecue sauce. It's really
Mhm.
good. The other one is also the hickory, but it's hickory pecan on that picture right there. So, absolutely amazing way to make ribs. They have become in my friends group. They always ask for Orson's ribs because
Mm.
they're not like. So if you, I've ruined myself for ribs at places to eat. That's the problem with learning how to make food really well yourself
Yes.
is you don't want to eat anywhere. So I can't eat ribs
Yes.
anywhere. But these ribs, they will literally fall off of the bone and melt in your mouth. And they're so good. The best ribs ever. And then I don't have a picture of it. The only other thing that, I really know how to make really well is a grilled cheese, but I make it
Ooh.
in a very interesting way where I put some butter down first in the pan and then I
Mhm.
put cheese down there. I let it
Oh.
start to melt a little bit. Then I get the bread. I put the bread on top of it. It's a very lengthy process to do this. And then I put the bread on top of that and then, the rest of the grilled cheese, butter at the top and cheese in the middle. And then you kind of let it sit for a little bit, adhere to the bread, and you flip it over, and then you have like a cheese crispy on one side with the melted cheese in the
Mm.
middle, and then
Mm.
the buttered crisp.
My
Oh,
brother does a
That sounds good.
it's so
my
good.
brother does a fried a ch- ch- what- he fries both sides of the bread
Okay.
in butter. So he'll do a little butter in the pan, fry the bread, flip it over, fry it again, and then put cheese and then another fried piece of bread on both sides. And he says it's super good that
Wait, it has double the bread?
way. Well, no, you just instead of frying the bottom of the bread and the top of the bread and the cheese in the middle, he
Yeah, yeah.
does he fries both sides of the bread and then makes the sandwich.
What?
Okay.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I'll
I
be right back.
but that way the bread stays crunchy.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try it sometime. But I
We
haven't.
make we make a lot of quesadillas with tortillas, and we do this like what you're saying. We fry both sides of the tortilla so it's crispy on both sides, and then we add in the cheese.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You get a good crunch. Yeah. But I like the idea of the crunchy cheese layer. That's kind
yeah.
of new. That's kind of cool.
I like
So
that
good.
too. That looks like
But
something I made.
yeah, Phil, tell us your grand stories.
All right. Oh, this one I just recently made a day or two ago. And it's actually there's a place called Taco John's. And a guy I knew back in Beaverton, Oregon, I used to live there. He worked at Taco John's as a teenager, and he would make this off the books as just like a fun thing. I guess they gave him freedom to like cook whatever, and it was just a loaded tater tots. So you put tater
Oh,
tots down, and then you put the ground beef taco meat and sour cream, guacamole, cheese, refried beans, and so he would like make this layered, loaded. Anyways, and so it became so popular that they added it to the menu, and it's still there. So it was kind of his claim to fame.
That's
oh, cool.
awesome.
And and there were no Taco John's, I think, where I lived, and so when I moved to where I live now, we have one, and it only took me 2.5 years to go there and actually try it, and it was super good. And so this was my copycat, and so the you air fry the You
Tots?
air fry the tots first, so they're a little bit crunchy, and then you mix in all the gooey goodness on top, and it was yummy. Next,
Okay, next one.
just did a little bit of steak on the barbecue. This was actually earlier this afternoon, and it turned out really, really good. It went from frozen to fried in like half an hour,
Mm,
and a little bit of tenderizing with the mallet, and it was really good.
yeah.
But
Are those bones that
yeah,
I'm
so
seeing?
the one in the front middle there is the bone marrow, and
Oh,
Interesting.
it cooked, and because had a bone around it, it actually pooled up all its grease, and then you just stick a fork in the middle and eat it, and it's really yummy. I make it for my wife; she appreciates that. Next
Mm.
is kind of another final image of the meat. I feel like I overcooked it. I like my steak a little more on the rare side, but a lot of other family members like it well done, so I made it well done for them.
well done
Mhm.
steak.
Yeah,
Can't do
I,
it.
Oh my!
I know,
What?
I
What?
know.
Do we need
The
to have steak
Traeger,
lessons with him?
the the Traeger does a really good job of seasoning it for you, and so it was all right. But
Does the Traeger help with tenderizing? Or you hit it with the mallet, you said. So I wonder if
yeah,
smashing it around helps tenderize it. But tenderizing a steak that way, I don't know. Well done. Does that work?
I mean, there's two
sort of.
ways to have a steak. Well, three. You can have it medium, medium rare, or rare. Anything else is wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. I agree.
Well, I'm stuck in Wisconsin, so no, that's just a joke. So next,
That's just that
all
looks
right,
like
fried rice.
fried
So
rice.
if you
Oh,
are ever destitute and college or just want comfort food, fried rice is literally like the easiest thing because you just get whatever leftovers are in the fridge and you mix it with a little bit of rice and it's like the best thing ever. But the best way to do it is you start with a protein. Well, actually, I take that back. You
Use
start with
spam.
yeah, spam's great, but you start with
Hmm.
garlic and onion and you fry that up in some oil, and then you
Hmm.
add your protein, whether that's spam or leftover taco meat is my favorite.
Hmm.
You do tacos one night, and the next night you take the leftover taco meat, and you fry that up with some garlic and onions, and then you do twice as much rice as you think you might need,
Hmm.
and it's amazing. If you get super fancy, you crack a couple of eggs in the bottom, scramble them up, uh, and then it's super yummy, seasoned with soy sauce.
Oh,
And
nice.
if you're adventurous, put a little vinegar, and if you're
Oh
even
yeah.
more adventurous, fish sauce.
Mm.
oh.
Vinegar. I didn't think about vinegar. That gives it probably a nice little twang.
Wait, what
Yes,
about soy sauce? You said soy sauce, right?
yeah, soy sauce. A little vinegar gives it the sour with the meaty meatness.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's super good.
Which is probably why
Um,
spam probably tastes good and stuff like this because it's sort of twangy
Hey,
tasting.
yeah,
all the haters out there, spam is a heavenly meat in a can, and it's so good. Just accept it. It's $5 a
well,
can now.
So in Hawaii, they have a famous thing called a musubi. You ever had those?
Oh, yes.
yes,
So
Yeah.
good.
So
Musubi.
those I used to have those all the time in Hawaii, and they have one that's teriyaki is and you buy them at 7-Eleven for like $1.50.
7
Jeez.
So
Eleven.
so good.
The only place I can get them down in Texas is Hawaiian Bros. And they're $4 a piece. And
Oh no.
We
I buy
actually
3 of
bought
them.
the little plastic like thing with the masher. So
Hmm.
it's the
Make
perfect
your own.
size for a slice of spam. So you put the spam in the thing and then you put a bunch of rice in the seasoning, and you like have the wrap, and so you seaweed wrap it, and then you smash it
Oh,
down.
you've got your own homemade ones.
But
Yeah,
you
my
know how to
daughter eats
make
them all the
these?
time.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my gosh. I'm
I love
coming to your
Phil,
house.
my
Phil, you
family's
missed
half.
like the best thing you could have put on your list.
Well, I don't actually like them that much.
Oh,
They're
okay, that's fine.
good. They're good. They're not my favorite thing to make.
Right.
I don't make them. They do. So, but what the one thing I didn't add on here is I have mastered the art of making the biscuit.
Mm.
Biscuits.
Yes, biscuits.
Like a biscuits and gravy kind of biscuit?
Like
yeah.
English biscuit or American
the
No,
hearty
biscuit?
ones that are
American
very-
biscuit.
Okay.
So they're kind of they're like this round, and then they like puff up, and they're all flaky.
And they're very
Yeah.
Oh wait, flaky or like
Flaky.
hairy?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting, flaky.
So
Kind of like those Pillsbury flaky ones.
yes.
Oh,
yes,
but
yes.
homemade?
But I make them from scratch, and
Oh, wow.
they're super easy because all you do is you take flour, and then you mix in a little baking powder. I can't remember exactly the recipe, but the idea here is that you take a stick of butter and you freeze it so it's like rock hard, and then you put it in a cheese grater.
Yeah.
So then you shred it, and then the frozen butters clumps up. And a lot of biscuit recipes will say to cut the butter into little pea-sized.
Right.
And so growing up, I always thought that meant when you cut the butter in that you wait until the flour turns into like the little pea pebble size. But I found that if you cut the butter into pea sized and then add it to the flour, and then you just mix it, you don't like have to cut it. Then you add a cup of buttermilk.
How do you get the flakes?
So you knead it a little bit, like 3 or 4 times, and then you roll it out and you fold it, and then you roll it out, fold it, and fold it.
Oh, you just fold it on each other, so when it cooks,
Yes.
it's all.
So then the butter layers, all those little chunks.
Right.
Wait a minute. Are you making biscuits or puff pastry?
Both.
I think it sounds like biscuits.
That sounds like a puff pastry.
Pastries are kind of sugary, whereas biscuits more salty.
Yeah, I was thinking like the Pillsbury flaky biscuits, but Phil's talking about biscuits, like those meaty, hearty ones, right?
Yeah.
So you should try this.
Buttermilk
Okay,
biscuit.
you should try this.
Yeah,
This
like
is an
buttermilk.
English take on your idea. So
Ooh,
take
I want to
it
hear the English.
and then make them into really long sections, and then take some sausage filling, right? So just sausage, put it in the middle, then wrap it up, and then cut diagonals on top. Put it in the oven, and then cook those. And then you have it sounds
in a
exactly
blanket?
like you would do this. And well, no, you have a sausage roll from England, which are so good.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Now I want to go make
Yeah.
some. Dang it, this is making me
You
hungry.
guys forgot all the good pictures. Okay, slideshow's over,
Yes.
Phil. You can kill the slideshow.
Okay. Can I ask? Can I add one last thing though?
Yeah.
If you want to make biscuits, really, really good biscuits that are super easy to do, are you familiar like the pancake mix from Costco?
Biscuit?
Biscuit.
Or are you talking
I would
about
probably do
Crusties?
it. Crusties is what I like. It's like a buttermilk pancake thing.
Yeah.
So you take the Crusties, and then you do like a cup of that, and then you shred your butter into it, and then a cup of buttermilk, and that's it. And then you mix it up, and it doesn't like stick together very well. They're kind of real soft. So if you just take them by the handful and roll them up and then put them in, you don't have to like roll it, and then it makes a really good biscuit. But not as good as homemade from regular flour, but easier to make.
Okay, guys, you close the show, right?
No. We are no longer showing the media. That is correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Now here's the question. Now that you guys know how to cook for yourself,
Yes.
if the world ends and the apocalypse happens and bombs destroy everything and we get out of our the 3 years later we get out of our shelters and everything's starting to grow again and everything. Um, what would you do to cook for yourself? How would you make these good meals you like, and um, what would you do to go make them? So, what
I
would
would
you
live
start
by
to
the
put
sea.
together to start making what you want to eat?
I live by the
And what?
sea, be able to catch fish,
Okay, going
make
with
food that
fish.
way. I don't know how would you grow
Oh,
rice?
so I'm not saying you're surviving to not die. I'm saying that you just literally can't go to the store because there is no store.
Oh,
You have to. If you want to make lemonade, you need to go out there and find a lemon tree, kind of thing. Well,
can
what would you be making?
can we just go to like the factory where the Twinkies are made and just live off of Twinkies? They'll survive an apocalypse.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah, but I feel like those kind of places will be raided first. So after 3 years, as this hypothetical situation
Yeah,
occurs,
they'd be all eaten up.
all the factories would be.
It's like, well, it's like if you go to you go to the gas station to buy a bunch of crunchies and you eat them all in the first 2 days, and now you have no more crunchies, and everybody else went to the gas station and bought all the other crunchies. What are you going to
What
start
are
eating?
Munchies
crunchies?
and crunchies.
Oh my gosh, what are we, Gurgi?
Yes, of course.
Crunchies are snacks, your Twinkies, your loaf of bread, your can of SpaghettiOs, all that kind of stuff. So,
Crunchies or
Those little
so
SpaghettiOs?
like
Orson,
off-brand pizza pockets.
so Orson,
Soggy.
you're gonna forage. Orson's gonna search for Twinkies and eat fish, I guess.
Wow.
No, no, I was making a joke. It's a Family Guy joke.
I would probably
So what are you gonna put together?
I would probably farm potatoes. Because I
Yeah,
feel like
potatoes are
potatoes in
easy.
my in there would be fairly easy to multiply because you just like you grow a potato and you chop off you separate all the eyes of the potato and then you have more potatoes. It's not like rice where you have to figure out how to grow or like corn or something. Like
So
Yeah,
I don't even
corn
know
that's
is
how.
true.
corn would be a very good one to plant.
Yeah, well,
Probably one of the
sure,
best
but like,
ones.
how do
Until you
you
ruin
grow
the land
corn
and have a
that
dust bowl.
like I don't know anything about corn, but you
Just
take a
put it in
corn
the ground
seed
and
and you put it in the ground and then it grows
yeah, then you
corn that
get
you can
corn.
eat.
Oh yeah.
But there's so many different varieties of corn in an apocalyptical setting. How are you going to find the? Plus, corn needs more corn to. You can't have one corn stalk. You'd have to have like
Okay,
a whole field of corn.
so you're telling me you'll have to go talk to your neighbor, say how to do the corn stuff, and then he'll tell you, and then you got to wait a
No,
couple of weeks.
no, no. So you
You're gonna
grow
have
the
to wait a few months
potatoes. You
and
grow
trade
the
for the corn.
potatoes to trade for the corn. There you go.
So you're getting the Settlers of Catan system going.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I mean, if you think about it, the roots, like you got potatoes and carrots and all of them, they're probably going to be the easiest thing to grow.
But aren't
Onions,
everybody else growing potatoes trying to trade for corn, and they make you give them 1,000 potatoes for one corn?
well, the thing about a potato, as we can see, is a potato is so versatile, right? You
Hmm.
can make it into
That's
French
true.
fries, you can make mashed potatoes, you can make baked potatoes, you can make all sorts of potato. You can make potato bread. You
You
can
can make
make
donuts.
So
potato
you want to know
donuts,
something interesting about your
spud
French
nuts.
fries idea? This because I thought about this kind of stuff, and I was like, where are you getting cooking oil?
Pigs.
Yeah,
Beef.
that's
Kill,
okay. So you're saying you would use animal fat,
heck yeah.
and pigs is probably the best. I would think is probably the best way to get that easy. Well, I
Lard.
guess beef. Yeah, beef lard. Hmm.
I mean, you'd be fighting everybody for them cattle. I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's boars that are
Yeah, well,
wild. I
there's like
mean,
wild pig that you can go hunt.
Are
I
they
mean,
irradiated wild pigs?
Oh, probably.
well, it depends on what kind of apocalyptic world
I
this
know.
is, you
That's
know?
okay. Let's not go too crazy there. But okay, so Phil's going
I mean, speaking
potatoes.
of irradiated potatoes,
So interesting thing here is they have a lot of acorn trees, and I noticed we went to like on a hike somewhere, and they had some Native American like old settlement, and there's all these holes in the ground where they had gotten acorns and they smash them with rocks and turn them into dust and make acorn flour. So
Wait,
they
I
were
thought
able to
acorns
make
were poisonous.
well, the ones I don't know I don't know enough
I
about
mean, I
those,
wouldn't know, but
but I do know that that's what
You,
they used to do. So
yeah,
maybe it
you can
has to
do
do
the
with how
same thing
ripe they
with
are. Maybe if they're not ripe
almonds.
enough, they're poisonous. But um,
I think you
yeah,
can make
they would
almond flour.
smash the acorns to make bread. The Native Americans. So I was thinking where I live, they have endless amounts of acorn trees. So to get flour, that's a method.
do you
Yeah.
like would you crush the whole acorn?
I don't know.
Or
Have
would
to
you
figure
have
it
to
I think
out.
like
so.
Maybe you
shell the
crack the nut and
acorn?
I've never cracked one open. Is there like a soft center, maybe?
I don't know. Phil is gonna webify it.
Probably hear me type. Making
So
acorn
acorns,
flour requires 4 main steps: shelling, grinding, leaching out the bitter tannins, and drying.
Ah, so
So
there
you're
is.
right.
Okay.
They contain high levels of tannic acid.
Ah, so
so
like
you got to
tea.
separate out the those things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bitter
Mm.
tannins.
So if I don't kill myself figuring it out, I'd try to eat that maybe.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
okay,
done.
but think about you guys. You guys know the plant rhubarb, right?
Yeah.
Yes. We
Okay,
have a
so
massive bush in our backyard.
yeah, who is the genius that figured out the leaves are poisonous, but the stalks aren't? Like
The guy
Bill
that says
died
this is
today
this
after
is
he
good, and
ate
the
this
guy that's dead
giant
on the
leafy
ground.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like,
Just like everything else, you know.
it's such a weird plant, though. I mean, rhubarb apple pie. Oh, so good.
So we all agree that cooking for ourselves from nothing would be complicated, and we'd have to get into a system of trading to eat anything that's worth eating,
Yeah.
right? So
Or just eat potatoes.
yeah,
So
potatoes.
let me ask you this: would you rather raid a nursery with for seeds or a factory with for canned goods?
Factory, if they have one.
Sure. Like
Seeds.
I would rather go
Seeds
for the
any day.
seeds.
But why?
'Cause
Because
then
seeds could take you weeks or months to get
well,
any food, and you don't
it
even
depends
get
on
that
what kind
much.
of seeds. Are these seeds that you
Just like
can
random
replant?
vegetables.
Well, can we replant them? Can you get the
Mm,
seeds from the plant? Because in a lot of markets in the US, you can buy the seeds, but then the seeds don't produce more later.
So, how
yeah,
many of
well,
you guys have made gardens before?
I have
And how much food do you get out of it that you actually eat?
a lot.
Depends on how big your
My father
garden.
has a greenhouse, and he grows
Yeah,
tomatoes and peppers and all kinds of stuff. They're very profitable. Not profitable, but
for the
bountiful.
belly, plentiful. Yeah.
Oh, and
Huh.
I bet they taste so good.
Yeah, interestingly enough, tomato plants can actually grow year round. Like my sister had a tomato plant. It was like 15 feet long, some crazy thing, and it was like
So, if
two
you
years
had to
old.
live off your greenhouse food, how long would it take you to plant it and grow it to the where you could finally eat it? And if you had to live on it, how many days could you last on it?
Tomatoes take like 2 months,
But you
three
can't live on
months.
tomatoes.
No, you can't. It would take forever. It would take a long time, and you wouldn't be able to live in a greenhouse. You wouldn't be able to live off the food grown in a greenhouse
Yeah.
What
unless your
about honey?
greenhouse is huge.
Oh, honey is a very good idea. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good natural thing you can
Because then
find.
you have bees, and the bees would help pollinate your garden, and then you get the honey, and honey is very nutrient dense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Honey would be a really good one to have.
Bees
Mm.
scare me though. Yeah, it would suck if you had a bee allergy.
Phil knows all about the bees.
Yeah.
The bees.
Yeah, my father had a couple of little beehives when I was growing up, and I would go down
He
there.
was a
And,
beekeeper. He had a big old bee suit. They'd call
yeah,
him up. They'd take the bees and he'd take them, right?
as long as you like smoke them, they
Yeah.
are fairly docile.
Wait,
That's pretty.
wait. So do you like have to duct tape the arms and the feet in the
It
bee
depends on the
outfit?
suit, but yeah, you can.
Really?
Will the bees try to get in the holes?
Yeah,
Do they?
not
If it's open,
that
then they
I'm
might.
not that I'm aware of, unless you got a little hole or something. But usually the bees aren't really that territorial. They'll get upset when you start like getting into their business. But you see like people all the time that are beekeepers that don't have any kind of suit whatsoever.
Yeah, but
I
they're
think it's
insane.
well, there's a difference between bees and hornets and wasps and yellow jackets.
I used to
That's
fight them
true.
with the tennis racket. Remember doing that, Phil?
Because honeybees are completely different than yes, you clip the wings off and then they
Well, there would be hornets' nests like attached to like everything.
yeah.
And when you make them mad, they
Oh,
they don't go straight to sting you per se. They come up to you and sort of harass you. They get in your face and like really try to like kind of like when a bird chases a hawk.
Hmm.
That's what wasps do to you when you make them mad. And I guess they'll try to sting you. So I would do that, and then I would try to hit the nest, kill them, but then I would fail, and then I would have a tennis racket, and that would go thunk, and like Phil said, they cut them in half and stuff. So that
I
was my childhood.
remember when I was I don't know, probably around 12. Uh, we had this big old hornet's nest, like it's a freaking huge thing in a tree. And then my friend and I were like, "Hey, I have a great idea." It was the worst idea ever. Boys are stupid. So
You have
what
a
we did
story,
is
so
we got a shield, right? So
oh
a
no,
blanket. We got
that'll
a
work.
blanket. By the way, this doesn't work. And then we got a rock.
We do not
got the
advise.
rock. I have never ran so fast. It's because the whole thing comes crashing down, and then the hornets go. It's like a cloud
Yeah.
of hornets. You're just like,
Did they get you,
yeah,
or were you scared for your
we're-
life and ran fast enough?
We ran really
Oh,
fast. I ran inside, slammed the door,
oh
and then it
man.
was just like hornets.
Oh man, so the apocalypse we have bees, which is pretty good. Planting, which is I think good if you scale it at long term, it'll be really good. We have looking for cans, fishing. Okay, now we're gonna
There's one
pivot
you
over
forget. No,
to
no, no, wait. Last one. There's one thing you're
yeah,
forgetting about.
what is it?
Mushrooms.
Cannibalism? Oh,
No,
mushrooms.
not cannibalism. Mushrooms. We have
Oh
a
yeah,
good we have a good friend of ours that goes mushroom hunting. Wait, I mean,
That's
it's
one
like
of
a once a
those.
year thing, but like
That's
it's
another one of those
do they know how
top
to
tier
pick them?
expert kind of things to get right.
Yeah, talk to your
well,
expert
I
or
guess that's
die.
true. I'm sure you could raid a local
I found
library that was.
mushrooms.
I found it.
Oh, no.
And
I
then
mean,
you
there's
lost
so
the
many
guy that grows
mushrooms
corn,
that
and then you
look
don't have
like
any
other
corn.
Do
Okay,
not go out
no,
eating mushrooms. We are not promoting you to eat mushrooms.
we are not the experts.
We are
Okay,
not the
okay.
experts.
All right, the apocalypse. Okay, forget the apocalypse. Now we're gonna
Okay.
pivot to why is or okay, this is why or why not. Why is home cooking better or worse than going out to eat? If you're sitting at home, you have time to cook, you have what you need. Is it better? Would you prefer to go out to eat or would you prefer to cook at home? Like if you're gonna get a nice steak, like if you could go to the store and prepare a very nice steak the way you want it, or would you go to like a steakhouse to buy it?
I will go to a steakhouse for someone to make a steak. Especially if it's an expensive steak. I don't feel qualified enough to cook
So
expensive steak.
you've never made a steak on your own that you said, "Oh, this is
I
better
mean,
than
I've
anybody
made
could ever
steak
make it."
and it's delicious, but I don't know. I mean, I can cook it pretty well, but
Mhm.
think of it if you buy it like some steaks are. Last time I went and looked at steak, a freaking ribeye was like $45.
Oh wow.
And I was like, if it was 20, I'd feel okay.
Uh-huh.
$45? I can't mess that up. That's
I
expensive.
agree. You've got a good point. You've got a really good point because some of these, even something as simple as like Texas Roadhouse or whatever, they can make you you don't have to risk your money at burning something. You'll know that you'll get something that's probably going to be better than
Well,
what
now
you
whether
won't
it's
waste your
real or
money.
not, that's a different question. I
Right.
will say Texas Roadhouse does have one of the best things on planet Earth, in my opinion. They're little snake bites. They used
Snake
to be called
bites?
rattlesnake bites. Yeah, so
What are those?
they're like a corn husk type thing. Not a husk, but it's like a corn ball, and then
Mhm.
inside is cheese and jalapenos, and then they're
Mm.
deep fried, and they're these little. You dip them in ranch, and oh, they're so good. I probably every time I go to Texas Roadhouse, I haven't been there in a while because ever since the pandemic, they've become the least. Uh,
Mm,
and I don't know the word right now, but they're not as good as they used to be. It's very
they look
cold.
good.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
they're
know,
delicious.
that's one thing about this fast food versus at home stuff is a lot of the stuff I used to like in the past. I don't know if it's because things went downhill or because what's going on. Like pizza, for instance. I used to really like going to places like going to Domino's was this huge treat. And now it's like to me it tastes kind of gross, makes me feel sick, and I'd rather make something from home. So
Bingo.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Mm.
I guess it depends, like you're saying, it depends on the food, but
Can I bring
um,
the good quality food and have someone else cook it that's like qualified, like Guga?
now that is
Guga
that's
can cook my
so
steaks.
it's homemade out to eat, made by a chef.
Oh heck yeah!
That's
I'm
the
so
best.
down
Okay,
for
I agree.
that.
Phil, what do you say about all this out to eat versus cook at home? Which is better?
Uh,
Hard one, right?
well, I have a problem with cooking at home is that I never cook the same thing the same way twice. Because I
Yes.
always are like, oh, let's try this way or let's try that way. So whenever I make something that's really, really good, I have no idea how I made it because I just like threw random crap in a pot.
You got to start recording yourself while you cook.
Well,
That way
true,
you
but
can
if you go out
determine.
to eat, then it's usually more consistent.
You're not
So
risking it. You're getting their system, like McDonald's or
yes,
something, where it's
correct.
guaranteed going to be what you get.
Oh, but
Yeah.
McDonald's isn't even real food at this point.
I know.
Did I
That's
ever tell
Twinkies.
you my idea for a restaurant?
Ooh, all right.
Ooh,
Be
let's hear
careful.
it.
You're on
Okay.
national TV right now.
So I don't care. People, if you make it, just invite me to eat it. Okay, so it's a restaurant. Imagine a restaurant, and there's a huge wall that is glass, right? And behind the glass is a big pond. And so inside the pond is all these fish swimming around. So what you
Mhm.
do is you go out on top and you fish for your fish. You go
Mhm.
fishing, that will provide fishing rods and stuff. And so you
Oh
sit there
wow.
and you catch it, and whatever you catch, you give it to the kitchen and you go back and sit down, and then they cook it up for you and they serve it
Yeah,
to you.
I'm pretty sure they have that.
But the thing is that when you're sitting there eating your food, you see inside the aquarium and where other people are fishing.
Oh, you're like saying like, oh, what if they get that good one or something?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. And then so you see all the bait like sitting there, and then you see the fish catch the bait, and then they're like fighting with it and they're reeling it. So it's a dinner and a show. And then you get
yeah.
it, and then
Okay,
you
it's
get to eat.
a little different.
Maybe people would not like that. They would be offended by the fact that people are killing their fish, but
They do that with cows.
but I don't know. I think it would be super fun to like sit there and
Call
watch.
it shoot to kill or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you had like a deer walking through like I don't know, like a ranch type deal, and you had
Yeah,
like
but
people on
Oh, that's
camera,
what you're saying is very
candid
interesting.
TV. Can you
Okay, okay,
get your
okay.
kill?
So this is an interesting point because you've always seen like a red lobster, they have the lobster sitting there.
yeah, yeah.
Fish and seafood, you can see it live, like which one, sir? And they pick down in the thing and pull it
Hmm,
out.
hmm.
But can you imagine, like Orson saying, like if you go to like a steakhouse and like through the bay window, there's like
You
all
see
these
this little
cows.
rabbit, and they're like, "Oh, how cute!"
No, but like what I'm saying is based on the type of the animal, it works or it's a huge like turn off. Like if you're eating chicken, do you want to see a bunch of chickens going pooing on the ground and stuff? You're gonna be like it may turn you off to eating it. Is what I'm
What
trying
what
to
if
say.
what if we just go a step further and you just have to butcher your own animal to be able to eat it at a place that you pay for?
People would probably pay to do that, honestly.
It depends on the
People would bring
animal,
their
like
kids
what
to
you're
like teach them the lesson of life.
All right,
This-
here you go. Slaughter a cow.
You
Okay.
want to go to
Oh,
In and Out?
okay, let me ask
need
you
to-
this. No,
We
no.
need to take you to the store where they let you kill a cow, so you
Have
learn
you
the process.
have any of you guys seen a butchering of a pig?
I've seen a butchering of a cow, but not a pig.
Pigs are probably one of the okay, so in the Philippines, they collect the blood of the pig. So
Yeah.
they take a live pig, they have like 5 guys holding it down.
And they
because
slowly saw its throat.
no,
Yeah, I've
they
seen
just
those.
jab the throat, and then the pig makes the most like horrendous screeching, like blood curdling scream imaginable until it's all drained. And it's like the craziest thing I've ever like. I don't know.
You're like, maybe I'll be a vegetarian.
No, I like bacon
my-
too much.
So
I mean, look
the,
at me. Come on, man.
So you're saying like the Philippines, they have a different method of butchering. They don't shoot it with a rifle through the forehead. They
No,
jab it in the neck. It screams, and when it screams, it bleeds, so they can bleed
into
it.
a bucket.
That's
So-
very visceral.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
pretty. I don't know if
That
they do
doesn't
that
sound
all
very
the time,
fun.
but yeah, I don't think having like 4-legged animals running around and allowing your customers to watch them being butchered would go over too well.
You would have the food people, not the food people, the vegan people at your doorstep so fast.
We have
Animal
4 minutes.
cruelty.
So we have 4 minutes.
Mm.
Oh wow, we got to quit. Okay, so a few quick questions. Do you really save money cooking at home, or is it more? You do save more money eating out?
As of now, I have no clue.
In this
It's
economy.
all expensive.
All
I
bad
would
choices.
say eating at home is still probably cheaper.
If you eat rice and beans,
Well,
probably. Yeah.
sort of. It depends because
It depends
eating
on
at
what you're
home,
cooking.
you have a choice of where you shop to get your food. But
Yeah.
eating out, it's always going to be like $30-$40 for 2 or 3 people. It's like $10 a
Oh,
person.
I can't even imagine. Okay, so you guys have a totally different thing. You guys have a family, a bunch of kids and stuff. So
Yes.
for me, it's just me and my wife. So it's like,
Yeah.
20. You have all your kids. So when you scale it up, I would imagine eating at home is probably cheaper most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Because you buy a whole bag of like pancake mix or whatever, and
Yeah, everybody's fed.
that feeds
yeah.
you like 20 meals.
Well, so
Yeah,
you get
oh,
your
yeah.
pricing, right? You got fast food, and for 3 people, it's about $10 a meal. But then
Right.
if you want to just go a little bit better quality food, your sit
Mhm.
down restaurant, you're anywhere from $60 to $70 just for
Oh,
3
yeah.
people.
Oh, I'm sure,
And-
easily.
And it's just like, what is wrong? Lower the prices of food.
Well, no, and then you have the restaurants that mandatory tip.
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh, yes.
I haven't gone in
I
to
don't
sit
have a
down in a
problem with
restaurant
tipping.
for I don't even know how long. That has a waiter. I hate that. I'll
You don't
just
like
eat in my
waiters?
car.
Yeah.
Or yeah, well, you're like where
I
they
love
serve you and do the service. Like I don't like
When-
dealing with that.
when you have like the quality experience of like a decent waiter or waitress and they actually do it well, it is an enjoyable experience.
Yes.
When they're having fun and you're having fun and it's just an enjoyable experience.
You know
But
the
everything now is gone to the little computers are everywhere. I don't have a problem with computers, but bring back the personable part of eating out.
The best example of that
Mhm.
is on a cruise.
Oh heck yeah.
Oh.
I
So
wanna
when
go
you go on a cruise, you'll have dinners and you have the same
Are
waiter.
they always going like this for tips?
No, never actually.
Oh really?
You'll have the same waiter like all week long, who like gets to know you, and like they're very like personal, and like it's a lot of fun. Anyways, at least the ones I've gone on.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, guys, you ready for the final takeaway? The final
Yes.
takeaway is for Memorial Day, when everybody gets together, is it better to have a home cooked grand meal, potluck or something, or takeout? A bucket
Home
of
cooked.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, or everybody's random homemade stuff that you hope Cassidy can throw on the
Definitely
countertop?
homemade. I'm making homemade
home
root beer
cooked.
tomorrow.
Oh, that's for Halloween.
No, that's
Root
any
beer for
time of the year, Drew.
Get a dry ice and make it anytime.
Yeah.
Homemade root beer sounds like a lot of fun. What
I have
what else are you gonna eat?
Oh, we have bratwursts, hot dogs. We've got like 47 different salads. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I
of
decided I was, on the heavier side of life. So I don't want to be on the heavier side of life. So we're having salads.
The people that tell you that thin feels better than what it eats,
Hey, it's
wrong,
not them.
okay?
It's when I
I
look
have
into a
been-
mirror and I see I have a double chin. I have a problem.
Okay,
Are you
with
trying
okay.
to sell me something, Orson?
Phil. You knew me as a teenager, right?
Yes, you were.
And how thin was I?
You were like this. You were really thin.
Okay, so I will choose being a little over than under any day.
Yeah.
It's not fun being too thin, but being too much maybe is not so fun either.
Yeah, when
know,
your
I just don't
ankles
like
and
having a
wrists
gut.
hurt.
When your ankles become when your
when your knees
ankles
hurt.
become your legs and your arms become when you merge into one, it's not so good, I think, right? But
It's true. Though.
Yeah, see, and then you just go like this. And on that note, we'll bid you adieu. Bye.
Later.